it has also been suggested to me that it's a bit of a risky business, this business of stepping out in faith, and people have said that they like to see that all the stepping stones are in place before they do anything. Well, what they don't realise is that the Lord won't put any stepping stones there if he's expecting you to respond to his call in faith, because if you're not going to put your first foot forward, or your first foot forward first, then there's no point in putting a stepping stone there. And my experience is, if you step out in faith, trusting that the Lord will provide, trusting that the Lord will put that stepping stone there to steady your path, trusting that the Lord will guide you and that he has prepared the way for you, then the stepping stones are put in place as you take those steps. And if you just are waiting for everything to be in place, if you're just waiting for every I to be dotted and every T to be crossed before you step out and do something, then you'll never do it. A friend of mine who we met during our time in the Gideon movement made a very interesting comment to me on one occasion, and he said, if you can not do something, don't. Or right at the very beginning of the start of Interarc, the Lord called me to go to Romania, as we've mentioned before, and there was no way I could not do that. And that has been in the back of my mind now for all of these years. If you can not do something, don't, because it's not of the Lord. If it is of the Lord, then you cannot stop taking that step of faith and doing something that he's called you to do. Some people sort of say, well, I think you should do this and I think you should do the other. Genuinely so, with complete sincerity. And I've had situations where lovely people have come to me and said, look, the Lord's told us to sponsor you to do this, or we'd like to sponsor you to go here to see what you can do there, etc., etc. And very genuine, very sincere, very faithful and committed people. But I have to, and have done, say to these people, I'm really sorry, but I'm very grateful for your generosity and for your well-thinking towards our work and your lovely, kind and consideration of what you believe the Lord would want us to do. But I then say, if the Lord makes that suggestion to me and calls me to go here or go there, then I'd be very happy to talk to you about what arrangements we might need to make. That sometimes is not received very well, but it is important that if you are following the calling of the Lord, then you respond to what he wants you to do rather than what other people or the world might be expecting you to do. And sometimes I have to admit that it hasn't exactly got me into trouble, but it's not an easy situation to handle, and people take some time to think about that. And certainly putting your best foot forward, but waiting for the Lord to put the stepping stone there for you to stop you from getting your foot wet, then that is not the way forward. That is not the way to serve the Lord. You do things in a sensible, practical, responsible way, but you do take steps of faith, knowing and trusting in the Lord for his complete understanding of what is needed and provision of all the practical details that you would need to follow. That was my experience in going out to Romania that first time. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how I was going to meet street children. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know Bucharest. I didn't know. Full stop. I did not know what was going to happen. I just made myself available, fully confident that the Lord would let things gradually evolve during the 2.5 days that I was in Bucharest. And that has kept me going now for 26 years, and hopefully Interarc will continue beyond me and will be able to satisfy the needs of children in many years to come. And I hope that this has been an encouragement to all people that would read the story, and that it would be an opportunity for the Lord to work in their lives in the similar way that he has worked in mine.